Is Jazzy? Hello, Jazzy is joining. Hello, adventure team. Right, okay. So to those of you who can make it today, welcome. Gorgeous to meet you all, and thank you. For those that can't meet today and are watching the recording, if you have any questions, it doesn't make sense, just give us a call in the office. Okay, so the purpose of today is to get you organized. So, and it's supposed to be kind of interactive. So if you have any questions, now is your time to say, stick your hand up, send me a smiley face, whatever you do on Zoom to grab my attention. And, you know, together we will kind of run through everything. So I am going to be running through your itinerary, airport pickup, money, extra expenses that people, you know, want to know about, COVID, health, lateral flows, drinking, drugs, phone, kit list, airport admin. Okay, so quite a bit to go through. So brace yourselves. I really hope you've got a drink, comfy chair. Right, starting with your itinerary. This is it. Yeah, that's what it looks like. You have 4 perfect phases. You are going to start off in Quipos in the national park, moving to Natura for your wildlife, Monteverde for the cloud forest, ending at Samara, where you get split into 2 for your turtle conservation. So it really does, the flow is particularly good on this trip. So starting on the beginning, you all arrive on that Thursday and you will all be picked up from the airport, regardless of what flight you're on. It doesn't matter. Okay, we are collecting all the flight admin from you all, and everybody will be collected from the airport and taken to the Rose of America for the first night. If you are traveling independently or arriving the day before, I don't mind what you do, just get to the Rose of America on that Thursday by 6 p.m. Okay, that would be perfect. So the first night, supper's included at the Rosa. So it's kind of meet and greet. Everyone feels a bit kind of nervous and jet lagged and all overwhelmed. Jet lag is a bit of a killer. It's a 6-hour time difference. So you have to brace yourself for that. First night in the Rosa, everyone will try and get some sleep, be woken up really early because it is one of the noisiest places on Earth. You'll be woken up by screeching tropical birds in the early hours. And then you'll be taken to phase 1, which is the finca. Now, I know right in the beginning, part of the itinerary was a crocodile safari on that day. We have had to cancel that because it has been badly run. The government have closed it down, and it's this big kind of YouTube for all going on in Costa Rica. So that is no longer available. So instead, that budget is now moved to your time at Natura, and you will go on this waterfall day out, picnic waterfall day. So that is, I'm very sorry the crocodiles aren't going to happen, but it is what it is. Quipos, you're going to be living in a finca right close to Manuel Antonio National Park. So it's very rural, it's very beautiful. It's a big house with a pool. It's very, very civilized. Here, you will be doing a selection of things. Exploring Manuel Antonio National Park, which is one of the iconic national parks in Costa Rica. You will do kind of waterfall treks and, you know, going to explore. You do have a chance to do a zip wire, but don't do it there. Do it in Monteverde. And also this is your community phase, where you work with Coco Community Center for the kids in the local village down in Quipos. This is a project which we started in lockdown, and every adventure team goes and works there, and they love it. You're part of the scene. Girls, if you've got kind of old nail varnishes, chuck them in your backpack, because it's one of those community centers. All the parents are working, so it's for the kids to keep them entertained, learning a bit of English. We've updated it. There's always a bit of renovation and a bit of kid time. So you will be kept very busy there. But face paints, nail varnishes, oh my God, you name it. The little girls, they love doing that. Old footballs for the boys, rugby balls. If you've got any of those lurking around, you know, just sling them in your bag because everything is hugely appreciated. From Quipos, you will then go to Natua, which is the wildlife sanctuary. Now, I'm telling you now, the accommodation is basic, and this is your hardest phase, okay? There's no getting around it. Everybody complains, goes, Jesus, you didn't tell us how hard it was. I'm telling you now, okay? This is where you get up at 5:30 in the morning to feed the animals. This is where you are working in the midday sun, doing some project to assist and make the sanctuary a nicer place for the animals. One of the last adventure groups, they actually extended the swimming pool for a tapir. Was it a tapir, Zoe? It was a tapir. Okay, this kind of long, kind of anteater looking thing. And they couldn't quite believe that they were literally digging the earth in the midday sun. You've got that coming, okay? So it is hard. Brace yourself. This is part of the challenge. It is not called the adventure program for nothing, okay? But it is an exceptional place. It is one of those places where you are going to see every animal in Costa Rica up close and personal. It is beautiful. I remember being there and just thinking, my God, these birds are stunning. It's a very noisy place. You've got the big cats. You've got monkeys galore. And please don't stick your finger in the cage of the monkey cage. I mean, Jesus, somebody has just done that. We're like, these are wild animals. And he nearly lost his finger. So don't do anything stupid like that. But on one of those days, you will be taken out for a cheeky little day trip to the waterfalls for a kind of picnic. So, because it is a very hot, sweaty place. And the accommodation is very, very basic. Okay. So, you know, you might wonder why you need a mosquito net, This is why you need it. Okay. So after your hot, sticky challenge in the tour, you then move north, inland to Monteverde. This is where you actually go, oh, thank God for that, because Monteverde, the climate is much cooler. So this is where you'll be whipping out your jeans. Actually, don't take any jeans, your tracksuit, your leggings, a sweatshirt. This is where you need that type of gear. And this is your adventure, pure adventure moment. There's lots of hikes that our main guide, Eric, who lives in Monteverde, and he's a specialist in this area, takes you on. Even a 3-hour jungle trek through the cloud forest to see everything there is to see. Sunset treks right at the top. You go really, really high so that you can see the Pacific and the Caribbean coastlines. It's absolutely beautiful. While you're there, this is your opportunity to do adventures, add-on adventures such as the zip wire, which is a brilliant thing to do. Even I've done it, so I know you can do it. It's scary as hell. It is so high, but everyone loves it. That budget about $60 for that. And it's better to do it here than in Manuel Antonio National Park. The bungee jump, I don't know why people want to do this, but my God, they do. That costs $85. Okay, and if you are thinking of doing the bungee jump, you have got to make sure your insurance covers the activity. I know Campbell Irvine does. It covers 2 bungee jumps. Why people want to do 2, I've got no idea. But anyway, this is your moment to do it. But there's horse riding tours, there's coffee tours. So Eric will keep you busy throughout, but you will have afternoons off to do any of these kind of weird and wonderful adventures that you fancy doing. Then you move for your final phase down to the beach, okay, to Samara. And everyone, this is time for a bit of a kickback. You've kind of worked hard, you've explored, you really have, contributed. So you have a kind of weekend-ish feeling of really relaxing at the beach. And then you get split into two groups. Half of you will stay at the beach and half of you will go to Asvo, the turtle sanctuary, for 3 days, 2 nights, 3 days, and then you flip over. Okay, so if you're staying at Samara, you'll have a surf lesson, a bit of yoga, and a beach cleanup, because never enough beach cleanups. When you're at the Asvo, this is a wonderful government-run turtle sanctuary. Every adventure group goes, actually, every leap group goes there. So you'll see kind of messages from past groups to new groups. There's loads to be done with the turtle nest, but it is your Robinson Crusoe experience. It is really, really basic. You're all involved with the cooking of the food. You literally are sleeping in a tin shack, tin shelter. It's got bunk beds, but tin roof. You have to string up your Mosquito Net, but everyone loves it. You know, they really get into the vibe. Row cooking, showers, literally out of a bucket, da, da, da. And then you all go back to Samara for the last night to celebrate together before you get transported back to the Rose of America for your last night before you fly home. Or what we are seeing time and time again, nobody comes home and you change your flights and you go onward traveling, which we will assist with and help in any way possible. Part of the LEAP your program cost is a membership to LEAP VIP. So that it's a resource, an extra resource. You have to log out of My LEAP. So don't do it until you've gone, because everyone then forgets their log out, their login codes. And then you have to re-log in to LEAP VIP, because they're completely separate resources. In LEAP VIP, you will find lots of top tips about traveling to Guatemala, Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Ecuador. So there's opportunities for independent travel to go north or south. Okay, so you are really lucky. Unlike your peers last year, where they could go nowhere, you really can really explore this year. So that is exciting. Okay, so any questions about your itinerary before we move on? No? No? Okay, that's fine. Your flights, okay? I am going to tell this, until I am blue in the face, but it is imperative that you arrive in Costa Rica with proof of your flight out of Costa Rica, okay? It is essential. I know a lot of people have taken the risk. I know there's kind of, oh, well, I think we can get away with it. But no, not on my watch are you going to get away with it or take that risk. We've had 2 girls that sadly, for 101 reasons, did not have that flight, miscommunication, and they were not allowed in. They were kept in a locked up room in confinement at the airport immigration for 2 days. Then they were deported to El Salvador for 2 days before they were allowed back in. Okay, got the message? Nobody wants that to happen. Okay, you don't want to get the idiot, that jobs-worthy immigration person that just wants to ruin someone's day. Okay, so no risks are allowed. If you've booked your flights through Trailfinders, then I know that return flight that I specified can be rerouted and redated. So if you decide, okay, we want to go into Guatemala and then we want to go to Mexico, I know that, yes, there will be a fee, but it's not really that much. It could be rerouted to return from Guatemala or return from Mexico or Peru or Colombia, okay? So that you have that flexibility built in, okay? So that is, I'm not going to say it again, but you have all been warned about the flights. Okay, any questions on the flights?
On my return flight, I'm leaving quite early in the morning, and I just wanted to double check that I'd be able to get transport from the...
That's fine, because on the last night, your last night, if you're returning home, will be at the Rose of America. where you started in Santa Teresa and San Jose, and they will get you there. So they do easy airport transfers, okay, which is all included. So easy, no worries. Okay, so moving on to money. Another sore point in the Costa Ricans. No one quite believes it. Just telling you, Costa Rica is really expensive. If you think Costa Rica is the Ibiza of Central America, okay? It has the vibe, you know, it is so glamorous. It is so groovy. Everything is stylish, from the beach bars to the hostels, you know, you've got that chilled out, you know, vibe music going on, but they like to charge. So you have to be on your game, okay? Don't let, you know, suddenly you think, oh, let's go to that beach bar at Samara, and before you know it, you're paying $10 for a cocktail. You don't want to do that. So you have got to be savvy, okay? So running through the itinerary that you are doing, I'm just going to rattle through so you can just kind of jot down the extra costs that you want to budget for. Rule of thumb, across the board, every week, everybody says they spend $150 extra on food, nibbles, snacks, and drinks. Okay? You're just not going to get away with anything less. On top of that, when you're in Quipos, actually all the activities are included. When you're at Natua, you might, if you speak nicely to your leader, be able to go on one of the days to do the Island of Tortuga trip, which everybody absolutely loves. That's $75, okay? When you're in Monteverde in the cloud forest, the zip wire is $60. The bungee jump is $85. A coffee tour is going to cost you $30. Horse riding, $50. Okay, so you can see, you think, crikey, these extra tours, they do add up. So you've got to kind of budget. Okay, that I'm going to do, that I'm not going to do. When you're at Samara Beach, you could do a scuba diving course there if you want for $450. Most people don't, but it's there on offer. You could do a sunset tour, $10, definitely worth doing. Snorkeling island trip for $30. A lot of people do that. You can hire extra surfboards and do surfing lessons for another kind of $40. So you can see it all adds up. But I would budget in your head $150 for the kind of meals out that I need to do, drinks, plus any of those tours, and you will feel comfortable with that. When it comes to the meals out, what's included and what's not. In Quipos, everything is included apart from 2 suppers. At Natua, everything is included. In Monteverde, only breakfast and lunch is included. Supper is out. At Samara, when you're at the beach, breakfast and lunch is included. Supper is extra, but when you're at the Turtle Sanctuary, all meals are included. In Quipos, the 2 suppers that you'll have, I know where you'll go. You've got to budget $10 to $20 for those. Natua is fine. Monteverde, it's a bit cheaper, probably $10 a meal. Samara, you can go crazy because there's cocktails there. Anything from $10 to $20, but you can do self-catering at the lovely little hostel that you stay there, which is, so you can, you know, spend $5 on a meal. So it's up to you to work as a team and to work that out. Okay? When you're on the transport, on the days of moving from A to B, this is another thing, lunches are not included on those transfer days because that would be utter chaos, and you just stop wherever you are depending on the day. So you just need cash for that bit. Might stop at a petrol station, at a cafe, and you just kind of grab whatever you can on the go. When it comes to money, as in your currency, I would be taking, I would say $150 in cash, American dollars, to have on you for emergencies, okay? But you will get the local currency out on day 1 or day 2 from the ATMs. Now, Revolut and debit cards work in every ATM. The Monzo card is more tricky. It seems to work everywhere else in South America and Central America, apart from Costa Rica. We are having problems and everyone's saying, Monzo doesn't work in this country. It's not everywhere, but you've got time to get a Revolut card. So get a Revolut card pronto. And if you can't, and you've only got a Monzo, take your debit card, okay? Always, always have a debit card as a backup. And you get the local currency out from the ATMs when you're there, and you get little and often because it comes in millions, literally 1 million colons to the pound. And so you're literally walking out with wads of cash. Okay, any questions on money? No, 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 all good. Okay. Equipment, kit, what you're going to pack. Everything on that kit list in your MyLeap is there for a reason. So do not ignore it. Pack it, okay? Especially the long trousers. When you're at Natura, you have to wear long trousers to do the work in the wildlife sanctuary. So you want to take the thinnest pair of trousers that you can find. Girls, those harem style pants, perfect. You know, the kikoyish trousers, perfect. You don't want chinos or jeans because they are really heavy and take ages to dry. Okay, so you do need that. You do need the mosquito net. And yes, you can buy cheap and cheerful ones from Amazon. And yes, there will always be a hook on the ceiling to hook it on. Okay, head torch, water bottle, hat, sun cream, you know, you need all that. You could get, you know, when it comes to your toiletries, soap, shampoo, you could get loads of all that stuff refilled. But sun cream, weirdly, is very expensive in Costa Rica. Okay, any questions on the kit? Oh, before I forget, suitcases versus backpack. We don't want to see any hard wheelie suitcases, okay? They're inflexible and they're not easy to lug about. So they're not allowed, okay? Please take a soft rucksack or a soft barrel bag, something that is easy to carry from hostel to bus, to fling on the top of a bus, to shove in the back of a bus, something that is really, you know, flexy and easy going. The key thing also is your day backpack. Please don't take a kind of your old school bag, you know, which is full of holes and it's really uncomfortable on the shoulders, because on the hikes you will be using it to put your water bottle in, and so comfy, make sure it's comfy. And you want to take a good money belt. I don't mind if it's one of those cross-body bum bag things that you take to festivals, that's really good. And you, at all times, you have your phone, your passport, and your money on you. Okay, at various places you can lock it away, but on transfers, then you always have it on you. Drinking and drugs. Oh, this wonderful subject. Okay, drugs, the basic rule is you probably won't come across it or be offered it. But, you know, if you do, the answer is no. If you're caught doing drugs, you're asked to leave. No questions, okay? It's that simple. But we don't actually have a problem in Costa Rica with that ever happening, so you're fine. Drinking, slightly more of a problem. I know everybody likes to have slightly go crazy, especially at Samara Beach, where there are beach parties, but just please drink responsibly. During the weeks when you're at Quipos, yes, dinner's out, you'll have a few drinks. When you're at Monteverde, you might, it's just a very kind of easygoing, we're talking a couple of beers here and there, and, you know, at night. But Samara is where the beach parties are, and you'll see the vibe, but be responsible. Talking of drinking and smoking, when you're at Natura, it is a no drinking, no smoking zone. Just warning you. So if there are any smokers in you, you will be detoxing that week. Phone. Please take 2 phones. Your main phone, which you'll use all the time, and you've got Wi-Fi and all these places, apart from at the Finca. The Finca, you do have Wi-Fi, but it's really sketchy. the finca and the wildlife sanctuary. So just you just kind of, parents just think they're off comms when they're there because it's just easier to be. But everywhere else, there's always Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is good. But if you want to get a local SIM card, take an extra phone, which is unlocked, put the local SIM card, easy peasy. And it's always worth taking a second phone, because in every group, somebody drops their phone, smashes their phone, drops their phone in the water. So, and phones in Costa Rica are really expensive to buy, and there is no post. Okay, so if you leave something at home, that's it. There is no way mum or dad can post anything to you. It's done and dusted. Okay, my final thing, I'm just checking. Oh, washing clothes. Everyone asks, how are we going to wash your clothes? Yeah, you will be kind of your underwear, you're going to wash it in when you're having a shower. It's that simple. But in each place, there will be an opportunity to quickly go to a laundrette to get it turned around. Hold on. Okay, just with the airport admin, couple of things to remind you of. The week before you go, I will be sending you the final admin email, which is about airport arrivals. I say you check yourselves in and you meet everybody on the other side post security. So I will just in that email make a suggestion as to which cafe, but it's usually Costa, something like that. There is no food allowed in Costa Rica on arrival. So if you're taking snacks with you on the airplane, make sure you've eaten them before you get to Costa Rica, because they scan your bag in the last, just before arrivals, and it just delays everybody if you've got a kind of rogue banana still sitting in there. I'll be sending the WhatsApp numbers for arrival. And for your admin, it's very simple to get into Costa Rica. You just need to print off your COVID injections, your insurance form, and you fill in the health certificate, which is this Salud form, which gives you a QR code. But I'm not going to send you that link now because I know everyone will lose it. I'm going to send it literally 3 days before you go. Okay? So that as a kind of final sum up of where to meet, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that is everything from me. Any questions before we finish? Everyone happy? Everyone prepared for the adventure? Everyone prepared to get your hands dirty? Okay, it is a really nice balance of fun and working hard. You know, you do work hard. And some groups like, you never told us we were going to work this hard. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I'm telling you now. Okay, it is a volunteering program, but you have amazing guides which make it really fun. And just when you think, oh God, I can't do any more days in a tour, you're out of there. You're on the waterfall trek. So we've got the balance. The balance is good. So everyone will find other bits of the trip more challenging than the others. So working as a team is always good, just to keep everyone's morale up, especially in week 1 when you're all jet lagged and you're all a bit over the place. Okay, so got a few weeks to go before you get there. If you have any questions, you know where we are. You call Zoe, Liv, or myself. We are here to help and to make your adventure spectacular. Okay, so over and out from me. Take care, and we'll see you on Instagram. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.